Shalom. This is another Ask Watchman segment. I got a question that was posed on the Ask Watchman web on our site in the Ask Watchman section. It said self-defense. My question is based on a verse in the verse Matthew 5:38 through 40. Okay, 38 through 40. Let's go to that scripture. This is Matthew chapter 5. It says, "If ye have heard that it was said, that it had been said, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if a man sue thee at the law, then take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also." Okay, now, this particular passage here, I know a lot of people are looking at this and say, wait a minute, what in the world is Yehoshua talking about here? Well, first of all, you got to know he's not talking about the enemy, okay? He's not talking about that, he's talking about among ourselves, among his people. So he's not talking, when he says, if a man sue thee at the law, he's talking about among our people, not in these Gentile court systems, okay? And take away thy coat, let him have your cloak also. So, in other words, let me paint that image for you real quickly here, right? So he's saying that, okay, if a situation come about, and you and a fellow Hebrew brethren are have a dispute, okay? And you take this dispute before the elders, okay? And the elders rule in favor of the other person and not for you. Then it's saying that because these are supposed to be righteous elders and they're able to judge things rightly, then you are supposed to say, well, okay, well, since the elders are judged that I was wrong, then hey, I accept that I was wrong, and I'm therefore sued, and I'm gonna and you taking my coat here's my cloak also, because I obviously must have wronged you, for the elders to agree with you. That's basically what it's talking about. But Christians get this mixed up. They think it's talking about the court of law, these wicked judges. You see how these wicked judges can't even judge things right? Okay, they get an all-white jury to judge a black guy, and they send him off on his way. And how many black people are in jail to this day? They ain't even did a crime. You know what I mean? It didn't even do a crime. It's tons of them, right? So basically, that's what he's talking about. He ain't talking about this wicked court system when it says that. Okay. Now, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. He's quoting the law basically. Okay, and notice how the things work in the law back in the days, right? Because technically, the Matthew scriptures, they're still in the period of law. Okay, the Ruach had not come yet, and they still were under the old covenant, should I say? Okay, so basically, that's how things would have been handled, the same way it would have been handled back in the days. So, in other words, if someone plucked out somebody's eye, right, in some type of fight or whatever, then the elders would come together and they would judge that brother, and they said, well, you plucked out his eye, your eye now got to be plucked out. You see, that's what he's talking about, and that's what would end up happening. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, life for life. That's how they did things, you see. And so that's what we got to look at here. That's exactly what it's talking about. And I know that some of these passages here, you read things and you can't find them in the law. And as a matter of fact, the person said here, you've heard it said, and they quote the scripture here, and then they say, there does not appear to bear other scriptures, to support it in the Old or New Testament, that support that we should do this in the Old and New Testament. Well, that's because Yehoshua, being spiritual, was basically trying to explain something, but it's because we lack the perception of who he was dealing with in this passage here, and we get it all mixed up, and we think that, so what, I'm supposed to just give him my coat also, and we don't understand it in this right context. But anyway, I hope this helped explain that for you, okay? But on that note, I'm going to say shalom.